Good afternoon. I'm here. I am already umming and ahhing, and it's only been 24 seconds, so it's already sounding good. I'm going to be throwing myself at Silksong again. At the end of last stream, I felt like I wanted to explode after throwing myself into that volcano shaft. The volcano capillary. I don't know what they're sort of called. Hell, knave, you absolute blackguard. You have dishonored thy maiden. Thy maiden is not yours to own. The lass has a mind of her own, dost she not? Oh, blackguard. Dost run thine mouth too much? Don't make me, pray I stay my hand. Mine hand. Pray mine hand is stayed. When I inter you upon his majesty's, hold on. Beck and call. That'll do. I don't think I've ever seen its, I don't think I've ever seen blackguard written out before. I've probably never actually heard it, thinking about it. At His Majesty's pleasure, that's what I wanted to say. I think. Leisure. Leisure, or is it pleasure? I'm thinking about, like, the, sort of, like, the British slang for being in prison. No, I've never heard of that. Book? Poem? Play? I've not read, I've not heard of that. What books have I read? Heroes? By, it's like Robert Cormier or something like that. I've read, that's it. Apparently I've read Streetcar Named Desire. Apparently I've read Romeo and Juliet. Apparently I've read The Great Gatsby. I'm saying apparently because I know that I own those books. Well, I don't own Romeo and Juliet, but I own Great Gatsby and I own Streetcar Named Desire. But I cannot remember anything about either of them other than in Great Gatsby. Gatsby calls everyone old sport. And I remember what happens at the end. I don't remember anything that happens in the middle. I'm trying to think of other books that we read. We read Holes. we read Holes. Is that do you think is that on the likes of Shakespeare? What else? What? Yeah, no, we didn't read much Shakespeare at all. Well, I may have read more. I probably wouldn't have read Vibration Pike, but in secondary school, I chose to do digital communication instead of like language and literature, which is basically just it's film studies. It was just watching films. Actually, we watched like a YouTube video, watched like a viral YouTube video at the time, and like had to analyze that and completely strange. Like, anyway, it doesn't really matter what we did, because all that matters is that what we did was so shit that the higher ups in the school decided to end the course halfway through, and so we had to do a whistle stop tour of the literature of like Lang Lit. And so the teacher basically said, listen, if you were doing this course properly, you would read all the books, but I'm choosing the books you're doing. When you get into the exam, do not try and answer questions for a book you have not read. So that's... I probably would have read more had I not done Digcom in secondary school. And then I dropped out of sixth form. So I didn't... maybe I would have read more Shakespeare there, but like I said, dropped out. I tried listening to Cormac McCarthy's The Road audiobook, but it didn't grab you. I have not read any Cormac McCarthy, though I did buy, with the intention of reading eventually, that one that apparently like every American person has read. I think it's Cormac McCarthy. The one that's like fucking like really graphic or whatever. I bought it like because Wendigoon did a video on it, and I was like, as I was listening to the Wendigoon video, I was like, this book actually sounds interesting, so I'll probably read it, and I stopped watching it. I think is he the one that was like, everyone was like, yeah, he just doesn't use punctuation. So once you get big enough in the literacy world, you don't actually have to you don't have to actually follow any of the rules. So I have some intention of reading that at some point, but when I get around to it, I don't know. But no, for school, I can't remember. I've read a couple books outside of school, but realistically, in actuality, no, I don't. I have barely read anything. I'm part of the problem. Read it and say comma or period, so could be. That is true. I think that should be something that they should be doing more. Is reading out the punctuation. Because like people read out the words parentheses. People say open parentheses, so why don't we say comma? Why don't we say exclamation mark? Why don't we say question mark? I think we should. At the very least, if you don't want to say full stop or period, go end of sentence. People do say full stop or period. In the UK, we don't really use the word period to end a sentence. At least it never like we never got like taught that. It was always full stop. What if you're like me though and have like a really monotone voice? Should I start reading out commas and question marks and the like? Semicolon. Do you think it would make my streams easier to pass? I'd be branded a weirdo. Yeah, but I'd be branded, and that's the good bit. Everyone needs a brand on the internet. You know, in a completely different direction. You know, when playing WoW, what does parsing mean? What does it mean to pass a dungeon or a raid? I think that's what it would be related to. But I've heard it mentioned, unless I doing good damage relative to other players each match. Okay. I've heard people say it, and you said it a while back, and I wanted to ask what it meant, but I just kind of went along with it. Well, now I know. Thank you. this button. Give it a sec. This button. I'm trying to think of. I know books. I know some books that I have read, but I'm trying to like explicitly think of. Trying to think of like books that I read for school, but I really don't think there were many. I'm excluding books that I read in primary school. Because that's more like you read, the teacher kind of just wants to get you to actually like reading. Which didn't really work. That was today's 50,000 list. Oh. Yeah, I've never had to worry about that while playing WoW. I'd never had to worry about it, and I never really wanted to worry about it. Am I gonna have to like get even higher up? Because that it does just go up from here. I don't like the look of that. It worries me. It scares me. Have I turned everything over correctly? Yeah, I have. Everything should be working. I've got my stream deck. Oops, forgot about that. You've got to climb all the way to the water zone and then swim all the way to the air zone without drowning. But yeah, that'd be perfect. That would actually be the perfect game. I don't know why that's. I'm gonna be disappointed if that's not a thing now. I'm not prepared. Insert Illidan saying you are not prepared. I'm not. I came down here thinking I'd be prepared, and like by the time I got here, but I'm just not. Spent the morning playing Factorio. I'm not ready for this. When am I getting a face tattoo? What do you want? What should I get? What kind of tattoo should I get? Should I get the should I get my lip tattooed to look like it's like got like brown underneath it, so that it kind of makes it so that my face doesn't look like a shaved testicle when I've got facial hair? On stream, at least. In real life, it'll look stupid, but on stream, the resolution is low enough that it might look okay. A drop of cum to the corner of my mouth. I don't know if I will be adding that to my face, actually, thinking about it. Now that you've given me the idea, I think that is actually not on the list of things that I would be doing. I don't know if that's an acceptable thing to have on one's face in public. I could get... do you think that you could get your like ears tattooed to look like they're pierced? Not obviously, it wouldn't be like a ring or like anything extravagant. But like if you just wanted the idea of like a pierced ear, but without actually having a hole in your ear, you could just like tattoo something onto it to make it look like they're pierced. Obviously, you won't be able to take it off. I never go outside, but I never would go outside if I had that. That's something that I wouldn't... At that point, I've locked myself inside. I don't go outside because I'm like... You know... It's not just because I don't want to. It's like saying you don't need clothes because you don't leave the house. It's like, well, I would like to leave the house occasionally. And generally, it's frowned upon to not wear anything. Though, according to one picture of one sign, there aren't like nudity laws in the UK, which means that there are places in the UK you can just go and be naked. But I don't fully understand what that means, and I'm not going to find out. All I know is that when I was younger, I was deathly afraid of accidentally stumbling onto a nudist beach. Oh, but I was gonna stream yesterday, by the way, but I went on a short walk. I went on a short walk that ended up being 4 hours long. And by the time I got home, I was very tired and didn't want to do anything at all. And I wanted to sit in silence, which I did. Hi, Silver. Hello. Afraid of a news beach? Now that I'm here, I'll have to go nude. You can't turn around. Once you enter it, there's like a force field behind you. You're not allowed to leave until you get naked and spend 10 minutes there. I could call you Chatter. Hi, strange Chatter. I could just refer to everyone. I even though there are only currently 2 people chatting, I can refer to you in the same way that big streamers refer to random people in their chat. Instead of calling you out for something like, you know, what Maya's saying, instead of saying Maya said 10 minutes or the first to accidentally ejaculate, whichever happens first. Or first accidental ejaculation, whichever happens first, which is something that happens, which is a rule of nudist beaches. The first rule of nudist beach, actually. The second one is no pictures. That I could call Maya out for saying that, or I could just say who said that when I can see who it is because the chat doesn't move that quick. So it's there and will be there probably for the next like 3 minutes staring at me in the face. Makes you feel less accountable for what you say. I'm gonna turn the chat. I'm turning the chat from individuals into a monolith. I don't know so much about nude beaches rule. Well, I was scared to go to them, so I had to spend all this time looking up rules. I didn't want to accidentally stumble on it. It would like I'd be on holiday with my dad, or my mom and dad, and my parents, and we'd be like at the beach, and my dad would be like, "Yeah, you know, down there, if you keep going, eventually you get to a nudist beach." And it was like probably like 3 miles away. It was probably a decent walk, but like the way that the beach was, it kind of like we were like here, but it like curved round, and so it was like probably on this bit that's like after the base. So like I could see like round the fucking. I could see that there's a bend, and I was like, I don't want to fucking go over there. I don't want to see no, you know, old man titties. I was like, I'm not doing that. And I'd be like, I'd be frightened. I'd be like, I don't want to see that. I want to stress I was a child. This wasn't like me now. Me now is a reasonable adult. I don't want to do that. I still don't want to do that. But like I'm less afraid of it from like the problematic part. You know, as a 14-year-old boy, I don't really want to be, you know, hanging around a nudist colony. You can't tell if it was a warning or a suggestion. That's the problem. I could never tell. I don't really know what. I don't really know. I think my dad was just telling me. Now I'm not afraid of them. Exposure therapy does wonders. Hey, as far as I'm aware, there's no nudist colonies around here, so I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any, and they'd get the shit kicked out of them. Also, they probably would be arrested, because there are several schools in the area. So if someone was walking around naked in my area, they would probably die. There was a flasher when I was younger. There was at least one instance of one reported instance of some of the kids at my school being flashed. I can't remember what came from that. I think the guy got caught. I don't know. I wasn't friends with the kids that got flashed. I was just told. You know, it was like you just hear about it. Flash the Flash. No, don't do that. He's too quick. You're not going to get anything from him. Duh. Yeah, that was many years ago. Because I was still in primary school when that happened. Which makes it worse that those kids got flashed, but it's like 16 years ago. Actually, it was over 16 years ago. I can really tell that I'm putting off attempting this because I'm scared of it. He's going to take up his mantle. I don't think anyone needs to be taking up the mantle of neighborhood flasher. I don't think that it's something that we need. I think there is definitely a occupation that is not sought after, especially in these parts. Alright, let's give it a go. We'll begin warming up. No. Alright. There we go. We've got the first death out the way, so now we're ready. Now the fear of failure is left. Yes, maybe I should say I'm cooling down instead. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Oh wait, I forgot. No, I did it again. There. I'm glad I don't have to hold down the left trigger to hold on. I don't think they would. Flasher has a mantle. Yeah, we don't know that. What if he's wearing pauldrons? Forgot about that. I thought that was the next one down. Or he's wearing like the what they no. The there's weird like well, I don't know what I don't know what part of an outfit they are, but there's like mini shoulder capes, I guess. That are kind of like pauldrons, but you see on like oldie worldy investigator. Shit, not Shakespeare, the other guy. You'll figure it out. The guy who's friends with Watson. The only one that's in my mind is Columbo. Oops. Columbo, the only crime show that was worth watching. No. No! Fuck, I was trying to heal. Need to get my heart rate up. Need to get my heart rate pumping. Need to get the blood flowing. Need to get my thoughts oxygenated. I need to get my hands moving. It's gonna start getting cold in the UK. Well, it actually already has. I managed to go out with a hat on the other day. It got warm by the time I was home. On my way home, but initially. It was like, it was cool enough outside where I could go out wearing my hat. I love it. I'm glad that I had a silk there because I was not waiting. I love wearing my hat, but I just, you know, with it having been summer, I've been unable to take advantage. Oh. I think for me, the better part of it being cool is in the UK, obviously, it gets warm at the height of summer, but it's not that bad outside. The problem with a lot of the heat in the UK is inside, especially when you're in a tiny room with a computer. So it does mean that like Christmas is coming up, which I don't really, not really too happy about. Oh. No. No. Realistically, it doesn't actually matter, I don't think, that how much health I have once I've killed them all. Because I feel like once the ascent begins, I think most of my any kind of failure, one or two failures is going to be enough to, I think, cause the way up to be shit. The investigator's drugged your memory. You started one VN about some private investigator, but you didn't get far and have no memory of what it could have been. My stepsister is a private investigator for the Mafia romantic comedy. You know what? Actually, thinking that one thing. Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, no, that was just me. That was just me stating a fact. That's got nothing to do with. That's got nothing to do with what you were talking about. But no, the other day, I when I was out yesterday, I saw a piece of paper that had been like thumbtacked into a bench. And it's very occasionally we don't get a huge amount of that kind of like weird conspiracy theory stuff, and around here. Sorry. So when I see one, I do like to take a picture of it, which has only happened twice. And in this instance, one thing that I like is that currently in the UK, there's Starmer's trying to introduce the digital ID cards. I know absolutely nothing about it other than everyone hates it. And I am inclined to agree. But the best part about it is that everyone hates it for different reasons. So in this one, there's a piece of paper pinned to a bench that says, over 115,000 signs and rising. Government e-petition, do not introduce, it's the number, government e-petition number, do not introduce digital ID cards. Digital ID will lead to a central banking digital currency, in parentheses, cashless society, and the implementation of a Chinese social credit score system. It's all about control and manipulation. Dump your apps and keep using notes and coins. In this instance, they're scared of the digital ID being used to turn us into the China of Europe, basically. Which is not really why I don't really agree with the idea of a digital ID card. For as useful as for the uses it would have, it's also, you know, it does have its privacy issues and just and probably weaknesses. But yeah, no, I saw that, and I was like, they've actually crossed out over 115,000 signs. They've crossed that out, and someone, either them or someone else, has written in over 2 million now. But no, I just liked that, and then my one of my friends responded to that because I sent it into my friends group chat because I like sending them the strange things that I find. To which he just said, "My bench just radicalized me," and then immediately said that that's a new anime title, which I think is a very good anime title, and I expanded on it by saying my sister got turned into a local park bench and used her new powers to radicalize me. Because they fucking light novels, animes, and everything just love to have the longest titles possible. But I do like the idea of being radicalized by a piece of paper you see stapled to a park bench. So yeah, the UK is about to become the next China. You don't see it too often. I saw like one more. I saw one stapled to a fence not too far from my house, and I'm inclined to believe that it was the same person that did this. But that wasn't like pinned to every bench. That wasn't like pinned to every bench. That was just on one bench. There was just one bench. There was just one bench that was like attached to. So how did I get... Ah, okay, that's how I got up here. Oh no, they're on here as well. Oh no, that's not fair. Okay. That would have been fine. I jumped the wrong direction because I thought I could jump off the wall. I just need to be aware that I can't. The elaborate towers, it gets shortened to a couple of syllables, like my friend fused with a bike and gained magical powers and ended up molesting me with the king. It's shortened to Mike. That is exactly what happens. But it's like it has become like a known in-joke now within light novels, isn't it? So they try and just make it as long as possible. It's like people have noticed, instead of going, maybe we should change, they're like, no, we're doubling down. Oh yeah, did you watch Mike? I quite liked Mike season 1 and 2, but season 3 it began to drag a little bit. And Konosuba's like that. I don't know what Konosuba's full title is. I just know Konosuba. And everyone knows what it is. Yep. It's annoying that it can jump up into you. Like when you slingshot onto it like that, but you can get it can lift itself up, and as a result you end up just being like forced into it. Da 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 da. Oops. Oh, that's very lucky of me now. Me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up so I don't know the words. I'm an eagle. Oh, no, I did not. No. Okay, let's try it again. Oh. Oh, Yep. There we go. Okay. Down here. Down one more. And then in we go. Okay. Off we go. Shit. I've been trying to time it so I could whack him in the middle when they show up. Oh, not fair. Right. Oh. No. This is definitely going to reward me with just some, like... It's gonna be like a bag of beads. This is gonna, like, give me some shell fragments and nothing else. I guarantee it. Oops. Yeah, it's gonna be a lore tablet, some shell fragments, and a congratulations. Was this game on launch? I know it's not been out that long, but on launch, was it? It's not when you say, yeah. On when this launched a few weeks back. Oh. Was it like unplayably buggy? Because it's not been out that long, and I can't imagine it being like. I was just looking at the reviews for it on Steam, and one person was like, "This game is more buggy than Cyberpunk was on release," which I think is, I think objectively untrue. I don't think there's a modicum of truth to that. And it wasn't. This was a negative review. This wasn't like someone being like, the game is buggy, tee-hee, buy it. This was someone being like, this game is like unplayable. Like, it is possible that I just misunderstood, but I feel like you wouldn't give it a negative review if that was the case. I'm struggling. This one's really annoying. Well, actually, all of them are annoying, because the moment that you kind of fail... when you fail... And you, sorry, no, if you don't take it out quick enough, it starts to get too far away and causes problems with getting into it. Or getting over to it, and that's annoying. This book was that some spikes you fell into were doing too massive damage. Maybe that's what they thought. Unless they were making a joke, but they still didn't like it. Unless it was just unless they were like making a joke to be like, hey, I'm reviewing this game badly. Also, I don't like the game. I do find, oh look, not touching the platform. 0 out of 10, unless I stand here. I do find it a little bit odd, like, because there are a lot of things in this game that are annoying. Like that place that I was before that I gave up at. That was annoying, and maybe it could have had two. But that's what I'm thinking about. Is that the game is difficult, and there was a couple people that complained that the game was too difficult. That there was like not that in some places there's not enough benches. Some people were complaining about having to pay for them all, but like as you've seen in my playthrough, I have not found that to be a problem at all. The only times it's been like a problem is when I've been like, if I can't afford it, I don't need it. But like that was. I didn't sit there and make a big stink about it. I was like, all right, I'll just come back to it later. So like I've not needed. That's not been a problem. Having to pay for it hasn't been a problem. One person, some of them though, were saying that the game is too difficult, and that's the thing that I don't understand, because the game is labelled as difficult. Like it's meant to be a difficult game, and that's why I don't understand why you'd complain it's too difficult if the game is labelled as a difficult game. And it's like, it just made me think of like when I think it was the Silver Palace or whatever it's called in Hollow Knight 1, when I was struggling with it and getting annoyed, and I was like, you know, fucking difficult game enjoyers when the game is actually difficult, you know. I understand that. I get that it's a sliding scale. But I still think that if the game is labeled difficult, you still have to go into it expecting a level of difficulty. Especially with it being an indie game. You know. Fucking... And I just mean that because I think indie games get a bit more of a free pass to be more difficult. No! If it's a AAA game made by a huge studio, then I think that, yeah, if your game is too difficult, then it's going to cause problems, unless it's a FromSoft game. But, and even then, FromSoft games do get shit for being too difficult. Sometimes. But no, it could also be that it is just the sort of thing where people really people got caught up in the hype, and that it's possible that a number of the people who tried this just didn't play Hollow Knight. I mean, I don't know who it was. I can't remember who it was, but someone in the chat was like, "Hey, can I play this game without playing the first game?" And I think that, yeah, this game provides everything you will need. The game itself is a complete experience. But I think it's definitely... No! I wanted that! The game is... while being... It's a complete package that you can play in its entirety without having played the first game. I think the first game definitely... it sets the level at which this one starts at, really. And puts the difficulty in perspective. Though, I will say that that's only a slightly understandable argument. I didn't know the enemy could knock those down. That's only a slightly understandable argument, simply because, like, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 don't get more difficult alongside each other. You know, you don't have to play Dark Souls 1 to play Dark Souls 3. I haven't. I imagine that most people would say something, I didn't say anything about... Oh, wait, you... FromSoft is indeed free of corporate oversight, completely independent, only a minority 70% owned by Kalakawa. And a dual minority 16% by Tencent, and a last bit from a private individual called Sony. I've never heard of that one. Because I feel like when it comes to Dark Souls, I feel like I've only ever really heard that. I don't know, is Dark Souls 2 considered harder than Dark Souls 1? I feel like I've heard that Dark Souls 3 is not considered hard compared to the other two. It's difficult, sorry, but you know what I mean. It's considered the easier one, which is why I played it. Well, it's not the only reason, but. But no, I don't think. I do think that Hollow Knight is Hollow Knight 1 definitely sets the tone for the difficulty. And then this builds on it. No! Absolutely subjective range on this weapon. There we go. I think referring to anything that doesn't go my way as subjective, I think, is the right way to look at things. I think that they should make Hollow Knight 3 even harder. Do the Zelda 1 approach. In which people said that, in which, well, the story goes that Zelda 1 was too easy. That you started off with a sword, and so Miyamoto went, that's fucking gay, innit? I was like, Miyamoto, you can't say that. It's not okay. I know that it was like 1982, but no. It was fine in the 80s. I want to know, what's the story behind that? Is there a story behind that? Like, there's just, there's a gaming fact that I hear people parrot. And that is that, during playtesting for the original Zelda, Miyamoto, people were like, this game's too difficult. To which Miyamoto went, hi, I understand. Get rid of the sword, you now have to go into the cave. Is there a... Is there a... Is there a story there? Like, that doesn't... That feels like something that's been, like, that got parroted. And like, no one has ever, like, actually looked up what the story was behind it. Because that's it. Maybe it did happen like that, but it's just something that I've heard so much, or I've heard in the past, that I'm like, is that how it went? But yeah. The playtesters, they were playing Zelda 1. They're like, Mr. Miyamoto, this is too difficult. Can you fix it? Can you stop? Can you make it less difficult? To which he went, fine then, you can't start with your sword. And then just put it in the cave in front of you. And that's all, that's like, that's the end of the story. That's the end of the anecdote, is that he did that. And everyone went, wow, fucking, this is amazing, innit? You truly are a genius, Mr. Miyamoto-san. Hi, Salty. They did used to smoke indoors and spit into babies' mouths. That is oh, what a time it was. No. Run! No! Get back! No! No! Get off! Oh, I mean, there's so much health. This game being shit. It's too difficult. Negative review. No! I thought it was back. So you're gonna ditch people for now and you spent all your money so you could save no one can borrow your cash, doesn't give back. Become a loan shark, sorry. Someone borrows money from you, insist they pay it back with interest. And if they say no, break their kneecaps. Loan sharks are villainous people that will provide you with money with an interest rate that is astronomically high. So much so that you will never be able to pay it off. And then when you can't, they come over to your house and break your knees. Shit. Yes, that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna have to, you are going to have to start causing a rift within the family. I thought I'd killed the other one. rises so quick. No. No. No, I was getting there. I was so there. Why did it not do it? Absolute wanker. No, don't. Oops. Look at that. I'm glad these respawn so I can touch them on the way down. It's in my best interest to do that now. No! I was going nowhere to hit down. I know that I didn't hit the wall. It's quite evident that I didn't. No, I expected that to have gone. Oh, that's so annoying! They're not fun enemies to fight. All of these enemies that it's not just these two. There's a few of them throughout the game. Any enemy that is actively trying to get away from you while you're trying to hit it and it's shooting at you is absolute bottom of the barrel shit game design. Because there's a difference between it can be hard and annoying. The difficulty is not the problem. The problem is the annoyingness of it. Shit. No, they would be annoying if I was good at the game. You just don't know. You just don't let me have my own opinion. The moment I put my opinion out there, you're all like, no, you don't have an opinion. You're just bad. Yes, I know I do the same thing to Steam reviewers, but I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm allowed to do that. You put your opinion out there, and I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. I don't agree. But the moment I put my opinion out there, you're like, no. Have you considered that maybe we just don't like you? And I say, you know what? That's understandable. My opinion is correct. I would like a kid's meal with my next difficulty patch. Thank you very much. I want the Silk Song Happy Meal with the bug burger. Oops. Wait. No. I would... I'm getting the pissed off fuck off meal. That's the adult version of the unhappy meal. Can I have the piss off meal, please? Off. Stop being the most annoying enemy in the game. Fuck! No, I'm not giving up because I can do it. Contrary to what you like to believe, I can do it. Because unlike you, I have faith in myself. As in, you don't have faith in me. You probably have some faith in yourself, but you talk about yourself very diminutively, so I'm assuming that maybe you don't. But you know what? I'll have faith in you when you don't. No, fuck off. I have no idea how those fucking guys. Like I don't know how the hitbox of them actually works, because sometimes I bounce off them, and I can bounce off them quite happily, and I end up, you know, not taking any damage. But sometimes I bounce off them, and I bounce into them. And the fact that there's two of them together makes it like unnecessarily annoying. No. No, no, stop it! Stop! I'm just yelling that in general. I'm not yelling that at anyone in particular. Sometimes you just have an exclamation that you have to get out, you know? Like you're an anime villain. yelling at you, chat. You're right. You know what you did. I'm trying to get the, I'm trying to summon the spirit bomb, and you're over there not providing me any power. I don't know who it is that Goku is fighting when he summons the spirit bomb, but like I'm gonna struggle. No, stop it! Oh, you absolute bellend. No, don't do that, you spanner. I call you, I call you chat so that you can bystander effect your way out of any problems. You're welcome. No, no. Yep. Oops. To be fair, I probably should start using chat to refer to you lot a bit more. Even though it is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of against me wanting to be, it's kind of against my, you know, any times that I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything that's like, that like big streamers are doing. But it does help, I imagine, to some extent. Include anyone who might be watching that isn't chatting, if that makes sense. Because if I just like refer to, if I refer to like the chat as you two or whatever, it just kind of inherently excludes anyone who might else be around. And it's not exactly, it's like, I'm not, like, yeah, it refers to you two more personally, or however many people might be in the chat, obviously. But it just helps anyone listening to feel included, even if they're not actively engaging. Hang on. Though if it is in fact, you know, if like usual my viewer base is no higher than the interaction base, then it would in that instance seem a bit strange retroactively. And if there is only like 1 or 2 people around, then it does dehumanize them. Maybe I could just refer to you all as soy boys. I think that's what I should do. Make it my own thing. I'm not doing that. Not because I don't think you're all soy boys, but you know, it's too stupid. Chat makes sense and doesn't require any explanation to anyone showing up. Soymen sounds like a vegetarian alternative to ramen. Maybe vegan. It have soy stuff in it. This would probably be easier if I tried to go out of my way to actually get like that. Nope, I didn't have faith that I actually had the charge ready. Da, 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 da. Oh, I can't remember. I'm mostly just speaking and not thinking, so I don't remember most of what I said. I think earlier I said a slur by accident, probably. Da, 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 da. I'll try some. Sorry, are you implying that I'm a recreational slur user? Oh, fuck off. Sorry, I was trying to think, maybe if I listen to something loud and fast, it will keep my, my blood rate up. And so I'm looking for something, I was looking for a specific song, and every time I go on YouTube, I get nothing but like 10, 20, 50, 40, 100 view, like, YouTube videos keep showing up in my For You page. My home page, that are 100% AI generated. Like, the thumbnails definitely are. The background art is definitely AI generated. And if you're making music, and if your thumbnail is AI generated, I'm going to assume that the song is as well. The other day, I was listening to some. I wasn't listening. I just got recommended to me. It was like a compilation of like. I'm very much like hesitant to listen to any new music now, simply because I assume it's all AI generated. And there's and the other day, a video got recommended to me that was like, oh yeah, fucking 1990s or 1980s like mole music. Vibes playlist or whatever, and I was like, you know what, the thumbnail looks competent, the music's, it had like a few hundred, I think it had like a few 100,000 views maybe. I was like, you know what, it's competent. I got in, I was listening, I was like, alright, this is alright, probably not my kind of music, I just wanted to know what it was like. But I was listening to it for a bit, and the background, the actual video had a video of like people walking through malls. Which, first of all, I probably should have clocked on to the fact that, like, they were walking through malls that were, like, in pristine condition, but, like, styled to the 1980s, which would be, first of all, not a thing. That doesn't exist anymore. They've all been bulldozed or updated, with a very, very few exceptions. And so that should have been what clocked me onto it. But then as I was watching it, I was like, no, it's very clear that these videos are AI generated. I could tell Like each clip isn't very long. I don't know if it was in that few second window or if it's a what. I don't know what. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Each clip wasn't very long, but like if you looked into the background, you could see like what was either, you know, AI hallucinations or some kind of skinwalker. They were all like empty, but because they were empty, that made it even more obvious when something in the background was moving, and you could look at it and be like, "Hold on, that's just the AI struggling to know what's over there." And so, like, I was listening to it, and I was like, "This is all right." And the other thing that I used to try and determine if it was like AI generated or not is that I wanted to know the source of the music. Is this person making the music, or is it just a playlist that they have of music they've gathered? And I couldn't find evidence of it being anything other than their music. Just due to what I could tell, it was their music. The other thing that I was like, that kind of made me go, it isn't AI, is the fact that this was like music that was, it was, you know how some songs, it'll be like provided to YouTube by, and then it'll have like a CD label or something. It was because it was doing that. It had that in the description. So I was like, oh, so maybe it's like, if it's being provided to YouTube by this label, it could be legit music. And I think it still could be. But like the comments were full of people being like, oh, it's the fucking vibes or whatever and shit. Which is like, no, it's not. Dead More from the 1980s is not a vibe. But like no one of the comments I saw, that the person who uploaded the thing was active in the comments, at least was like liking things and hearting things and doing things. So it's like, I think there's a human being behind it, but because the background footage was AI generated, I was like, I don't care. I'm assuming that the audio is AI generated as well. Like that is unfortunate. That's the unfortunate reality we live in. That person could have spent 50 hours on each of those songs. And I'm putting it up. I'm kicking it to the side because the background was AI generated. I know that sounds in some senses sounds bad, but you AI generated one thing, you're gonna AI generate. You're not gonna be. If you haven't got qualms about AI in one thing, you haven't got qualms about AI in another thing. Especially when it comes to creative stuff, and especially when it comes to music like that kind of 1980s more linear space vibe music. That's the sort of thing where it's like, I can easily imagine AI being able to pull that off without you really noticing, because it's very quiet, it's very lo-fi, it's very monotonous. That's the whole point of it, which I imagine AI is very good at doing, because it doesn't actually require that much in terms of like layering of different ideas. It's just kind of like, it's fucking just play the fucking Dead Rising 1 soundtrack. That's what I do when I want more vibes to listen to. I just play the Dead Rising 1 soundtrack. Well, at least the Dead Rising 1 more sounds. There are some, like, some of the psychopaths have other music, but you know. And like my fucking my YouTube homepage is just full of this shit, and I don't click on any of them. That's the worst part, is that I don't click on it. YouTube just keeps sending me them. Every time I see one, near enough, I click the I'm not interested button, and they're like, oh, do you want this? Do you want Amber Aura release topic with what appears to be very much an AI, what I'm assuming to be an AI generated background? Like, I don't know that I don't speak Japanese, but these characters don't look Japanese like text. Can I tell them what? Tell us why I don't like the video. There we go. Tell us why I don't like the video. It's like, yeah, I listen to anime music, and I also listen to things like what would probably be considered more like vibe music, like the like Hawaii Part 2. I listen to things like that, and it's like the AI just assumes like, oh, he's a fucking idiot. And it's like, no, I have standards. They're not very high. I listen to anime music, but I have standards. Reddit's been doing it to me as well now. You know, now that I've started looking at like UFO stuff, That's like showing me AI stuff. Like no. Reddit, the Reddit algorithm, I can see the Reddit algorithm working in real time because I, like, to try and gaslight me into thinking UFOs exist, because I can see it recommending AI-generated subreddits for AI stuff. But it didn't. You say it blatantly pushes AI. It hadn't been. It wasn't until I went to the subreddit of people who look at, like, who believe UFOs and cryptids and things. It was only when I went to subreddits like that that Reddit started to recommend AI stuff to me. Because, presumably, the people that go on those subreddits do not care whether a video is AI generated or not. As long as it you know, makes them go, "Ooh, that's a scary thing." And so that's yeah, fuck off, me. Stop talking about AI. Oh, sorry. I've been scrolling through YouTube. I've been doom scrolling through YouTube instead of streaming. It says it is, and then they release an AI generation tool. YouTube says that, but they don't fucking believe it. They're doing it because they think you're an idiot. In the back end of YouTube, there's a lot of, like, AI stuff that you can do. If you if you create YouTube stuff, yeah, if you create YouTube videos, you can go onto your YouTube videos page and type it, and not type in. It will have a thing, but like, do you want ideas for next videos? And it uses AI to try and come up with ideas. I haven't clicked it. I don't dare. I don't want it to fucking brand my account as having used it. And it will, like, tell you. It will give you, like, it will use fucking whatever large language models or whatever the fuck to try and come up with ideas for you to make as videos. And say, oh yeah, that's just what I want. I want an AI to tell me how to interact with an algorithm that the people who have programmed the AI have made. Like, you could just tell me how the algorithm works. You don't have to have an AI be this mystical in-between. You could just say the algorithm does this. You don't have to use AI. I mean, think about it. They're using AI to tell me how to interact with an algorithm that they programmed. What is the point? So yeah, no, I just don't like. I'm just unhappy, aren't I, really? For valid reasons, but unhappy nonetheless. Okay. Let me actually try buying something. I thought about putting, like, depressed British man in my bio, but I'm not actually huge into people that do that. I'm not really into people that kind of have it as, like, a bragging point in their bio that they're mentally unwell. If you're letting someone know, like, hey, by the way, if you interact with me, you know, I've got Tourette's, or I've got, you know, I have a problem which might cause problems with the way that we interact. Like, I understand that. That's something, but, like, people love fucking putting their mental illnesses in their bio, and I'm like, you don't have to tell everyone. Like, I understand bringing awareness to it. I'm fine with that. But it gets to a point where you're doing it to brag. And I was like, oh, it might be fun to put depressed British man in my bio, but then it's like, well, I don't want to be depressed. I'm not doing. Once you label yourself as that, it's kind of like, well, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? I'm looking for a song to put on in my head so I can try and speed my head up, and I've sped it up, but getting angry. I sped my heart rate up by getting angry about AI. Okay. I might go quiet for a bit. If I don't say much, it's because I'm not paying attention. Shit. I'm not paying attention to the game either. No, you can't just die like that. That's fine. We'll get a better start. Da, da, da. Song what I'm listening to. The thing is, I'm torn between getting a fast and loud song and not getting a headache. Because I'd love to just be able to play this song, play music in my head as loud as possible. But I know that I will get a headache. No, I pressed. I thought I was still invincible. It's throwing for content, isn't it? Sometimes I'm just not even playing at this point. I'm just not playing. But works in your case, Maya. You're like a pig to a trough when it comes to me playing badly. No. You bring tomatoes to every stand-up gig you go to. Oh, poor Maya. You go there to pick up all the hot comedians, and they don't want you. Oops. Go. My value as a person rides on this. Oh, get stand up. Shut up, Maya. Stop it. You'll make me squee. I know. I'm pretty. I'm pretty certain that I can think of at least potentially one thing that would make this easier. If there is a double jump in this game, it would make it very easy. Well, not very easy. I mean, you know, it would make it easier. There. There's something in there? We do it? Any more? Hey, there. No, that previous one was it was. I still had to go through the whole thing. I know. I knew I didn't need the double jump. That's why I wasn't going to go and find it. Oh, I've set it on fire now. Am I happy? No. I feel nothing. I feel empty. No, I did it. I'm glad that I did it. Now I can get rid of this marker. I can free up. I came down here to free up one marker. That was the whole reason I came down here, was to free one marker. I did all that just for one singular marker. I wasn't even doing it for the potential reward. I was doing it to free a marker up. What is here? Why have I got a marker there? So, we should legalize a duel where two guys throw cards at each other using a catapult. I mean, there's probably not a huge amount legally wrong with that. If you do it on private property, and, you know, killing someone's a problem, but we don't worry about that part. See, but there we go. I did it, and all it did take was chat believing in me. Now, whenever you look at something that I do and think, wow, he can't fucking do it, just remember that I did that. Which one of you was it? Who did it? One of you believed, and that's caused us problems. I plead the second. I don't want to 1v1 with you, McDonald's, by the way. Yes, sorry, because you will win. Was it McDonald's last time, or was it KFC? I can't remember. That one there, just under Pilgrim's Rest, is just a random room that I found, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So I wouldn't mind. Wait. I think it might be. I might want to like strum my violin in there, maybe. I'm not too sure. Oh, that's. Oh, it's a different one. Wait, I think. I think this guy. I don't think there was this slightly more vicious one in here last time. Can I like? Can I play this? No. I thought I heard something when that was happening. Though I do recall there being somewhere I want to actually play the violin. And I'm pretty certain I might be able to get there. Gonna rest just in case. Hello, my big friend. Where was it? Was it here? Was it in Grand Bellway? Actually, I don't know if I've got the map for it. Because I think it was in there somewhere. Was it down there? Oh no, it was there. It was like, oops. It was there. Like where that little bit that goes up. I think that's it there. And as a result, I can't. I'm not. No, I can't bother. Not doing that. Let's. I don't know what I'm doing now. Actually. I don't actually know why I left. Oh, I left there. I don't know where the map is for there. That was part of the problem. Don't know where the map is for there. I've been in here. I don't need to do anything. I don't think. I don't know where... I don't know how to get into this... that area that's just underneath the word vault. Would be nice to know. I could just go and check out places. I could go over to the left of the cog core and see what's down there. Because there's a few places I haven't been. But... oops. Last night, I watched The Godfather Part 1. It's a rather random thing for me to want to watch, potentially. And it kind of is, but I don't think it is. Like, personally, I saw it and I was like, that seems like it's probably good. But because it's a film that's like lauded as being like really good, I was like, it's probably one of those films that I should watch. People seem to like it, and so I thought, I saw that it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm paying for Netflix currently, and while I'm paying for it, I paid for it. I turned the subscription off, but I was like, I might as well. Since I wanted to see it. It's 3 hours long. I was like, fuck, I've got 3 hours to spare. I'm just going here for a sec. And yeah, it was alright. I liked it. I'll be honest, I found it quite hard to follow, but I think that's just me. I don't think that was a problem with the film. I think that's just me. And the fact that it was made in 1972, and I think I only heard about 2 words that Marlon Brando says. Or Marlo Brando. I don't know what his character's name is. I just know his real name. I think I only understood like 1 word that he said in the entire... maybe one sentence in the entire film. And that was whenever he would say, like, I was making an offer I can't refuse. He can't refuse. I can refuse it. It'd be weird if he couldn't refuse it. But no, I enjoyed it. I have the intention of watching part 2. Oops, shit! I'm miles away. Actually, I think I might be able to get around using the thing. I do want to be an Italian, yeah. I want to be an Italian mobster so bad. If there's any Italian mobsters listening, I don't really. I'm not gonna impede your business, but actually I think I'd be more of an impediment had I was part of it. So yeah, I'll be the bacon pizza kind of mobster. But no, I can see why people liked it, and it sounds a little bit stupid. Oh, I should have I'll rest down here while it sounds stupid to say it like this, but it was cool to watch it and like actually like see the memes that I've heard. You know, like, look how they massacred my boy and things like that. I was like, I've seen that meme like a quintillion times, but I've never heard it. And so like when that show, I forgot that was in I either forgot or just didn't know it was in Godfather. And so when I got to it, I was like, oh, that's what that's from. Or it kind of is meme tourism. I suppose that is a kind of a plus side of meme culture, is that, especially like the old ones that still make their rounds occasionally, is that it can bring like a newer audience to be like, oh, where's that from? And then you watch it or whatever. But yeah, like seeing that, or just like, it sounds weird to say, but just references to it. It was nice to get the context behind them. Like people on YouTube will reference it. You know, people will do the fucking Godfather voice or whatever. And oh yeah, I've got in there to do as well. So people would do that, and so it's like good to get a reference point for that. Weirdly enough, well, no, just things from within. Why am I going this way? Just finally seeing bits of pop culture that I've heard of. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not very media literate, so I did find it a little bit difficult to follow, but I still enjoyed it. Ow. That and like 90% of the words are like just indistinguishable from the background, and the Netflix version doesn't translate all the Italian. Now I can assume, I'm making the assumption that that everything that was that everything that wasn't translated wasn't like necessary, you know, like if information was being translated, if information was being subtitled, then that means that it was the important information. Which, sure, I can make that assumption, but I would also, like, that doesn't mean I don't want to know, like, the non-important information, you know. I don't want to have to learn Italian to watch a film. And so it is a little bit annoying, especially when, but at one point they do say Mamma Mia, and they subtitled that. It's like, that's the only bit of the sentence I understood. And like, but like, to know, for whoever was subtitling it to make the decision as to what was and what wasn't important, they had to have at least known what everything else was saying. So why not just include it? I know. And so there was a few moments in it where I felt more lost, simply because whoever did the translations for, whoever you know, did all the formatting and everything for Netflix, was just like, nah, this line ain't important. And you can't even like turn on English subtitles for everything, because if you turn on English subtitles, yeah, every line is subtitled, which is great if you can't hear, or if you just need something to lock onto with your eyes. It probably would have helped me follow it a little bit more, actually, if I'd have turned them on. But the problem with that is that you end up staring at the bottom of the screen for the entire film. But when they were speaking Italian and they hadn't translated the Italian, it would just say "speaking Italian." It's like, that's not useful at all. You could have at least written the Italian down. It's like at the very beginning, there's the wedding scene, and they're singing Italian songs, and so I tried to turn on English subtitles to be like, oh, did they translate it? And it's like, oh no, it's just they're singing in Italian, and it's like, yeah, I know they're singing in Italian. That's the problem. No, I intend to watch part 2. I wasn't too sure if part 2 was like one of those things where it's worth watching. Because you know how sometimes films come out and it's like lauded as a cinematic masterpiece, and then a second one comes out like 45 years later, and they're like, yeah, don't watch the second one. But part 2 seemed to have only come out a couple years after the first one, so it might be worth watching. There is another one that's on Netflix, which came out like a few years ago, and it's like this film is 50 years old. I'm not watching a reboot of a 50-year-old film. What am I doing? Why am I here? What is that? Oh, these stop pairing now. This. I did something here. Oh, I can like. Can I latch onto that with this? I can. Oh, okay. I see now. And that's how, presumably, how I get up there. Am I saying that people shouldn't be allowed to sing in Italian? No, I'm saying that I want to know what they're saying. I want to be able to enjoy the Italian songs by knowing what they're saying. Shit. But no, there's definitely... No, I'm not one of those. Shut up. I'm watching a film. I want to know what I'm watching. Shit. If I was this is America Speak American type thing, I would require that all the Italian is dubbed into English. Shit. I would find it funny if they did dub it into English, but they didn't use the voice actors to dub it. They're just like, it's just the guys talking and it's like, hello. I see that you're having a problem with my crime family. How do I get to the other side of here without dying a trillion times? I'm trying to get to the other side of here. I'm trying. For some reason, I just can't. I'm trying! It's just not working! Look! What do oh, did they not? Were they not? I was wondering if I could sequence break by like bouncing on their head. I'm trying to bounce on it. And I'm trying to jump over it and then bounce on them, and they just. Oh, what? What? Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come on! I know you want to. No! You can give me one. Because I managed to do it quite successfully the first time I was running through there, but I haven't done it in a while. Might be a bit useless, but there's a bench below the cock ring. What, in here? Oh yeah, there is. Forgot. I still knew what you meant, though. So what does that say about me? Have I been up here? No. I am a cock ring enthusiast. There we go, around here. Bench. I feel like the benches costing stuff is just there to like gatekeep people. No, don't. Be like, hey, a few of these are gonna cost stuff, and it's just there to piss some people off. But we don't want those around anyway. Oh, he's got a golden head. Oh, he's like a conductor. Oh, no, no. Oh, I only end up here. I see you know your cock rings well. Get your hands off my Prince Albert. No, stop. No, I'm dying. I'm leaving. It's not going well. It's over here. I'll be taking that. No. Don't have to fight it if I just run. Interesting. What about here then? Ugh, more bloody things. I don't want them. I don't use them. I don't care how many you give me. I'm not going to use them. Cock. I will see myself pick up 1,000 shell fragments beyond my capacity before I use one of them. Can I go down here? No. Listen, I managed to beat all of Sekiro without using anything but the shuriken arm. I could beat this without using anything like that. I had beat Lies of P without using any of the arms. You cast your pride aside. Pride aside football. It's not really a pride thing necessarily. It's more, or like, not even just a stubbornness thing. It's just additional buttons that I've got to press. It's already annoying enough as it is to try and input certain things. And anytime that I have tried to use the bugger off. Anytime that I've tried to use, oops, that little, because I currently have a little spike in my inventory that I can use, but it's just, oh, can you piss right off? I don't even know how to use it. I feel like it was. I have to like press. I have to like hold up on the. So yeah, I have to like hold up, and then I have to press. Fucked if I know what. But it's like the button that I have to press is also a button that's used for something else. I think it's my spell button. I think I have to. I think it's RB. And so it's like, yeah, I can use one of my low-cost items, or I'm doing this wrong, or I can accidentally use the spell, which I might need to heal. And when playing, it's quite difficult to do that. These are absolutely abysmal. Why are these so annoying? Now I want to die just so I can get my health back. No, but I would like to use the spells at the very least. I use them to heal when I need to. I can't heal if I don't have full spell. I would love more than anything to... Oh, you can see like the water in the background powering the wheel. Ah, I'm glad that I came all the way up here. But, what's the point of that? I do use the, I like to use the spell though, because when I'm, shell plates in cogs, it could be fashioned into a flying automaton. Construct tool? Sure, go on. No, when fighting, I prefer to use my, cogfly. I prefer to use my silk on spells, to do more damage. Winged cogwork companion that will seek nearby foes and attack. Ah. I prefer to use my my silk on spells, on attack spells, because you don't have to sorry. If I spend the entire game, if I spend the entire fight just running around trying to heal, and I'm not going to get any hits in, and so I'd rather spend it all on, as much of it as possible, on doing damage first and foremost. Oh, what now? Oh, I'm all the way back here? I thought I rested somewhere else. Also, I find it's more of a flow thing, you know. There's a flow to the fights, and you have to find that flow. And I find that oftentimes healing, I like to heal when it fits into the flow of the fight. Where did I go to get? Did I go down next? No, I didn't. I was going up. No, I don't want to go all the way down here. I don't want to aggravate that thing. It's annoying. No. I need to upgrade my stick again. The fact that you did this on your first attempt with out getting the stick upgrade. is worrying. Oops. Is there anything on the other side of here? There's something up there, but I don't know if that's something that I come down onto. I don't have the health to do this. Ah! I really want to know how to get into there. I want to know how to get into there, and I want to know where the map is for this area. But in all my scurrying around inside there, I haven't found the map. I need to find the map for here as well. And I don't think it's gonna be anywhere like over here. There's another map area here. Presumably, there's a map there that I'm missing. I think there'll be a map in amongst all this that I'm probably missing. I don't know where the map woman is, so I don't know if she sells them or if I've got to go find them in one of the things. I wonder how many chests worth of beads I've lost over the course of this playthrough just by dying. Ah, she's by the seashore, is she? Ah! No, leave me alone! What's he up to? You're making it strangely hard to see what's going on. Where are you going? Ah, his nose. Give me my silk back. Get off my silk! Don't touch my silk! Where has it gone? Oh, there it is. What is this man? Aha! Hello. Oh, is this a grand victory achieved again? The haunted might of this place cannot stand against our pure hearts. Give us to our noble hunt, sister. The citadel's twisted bugs still infest these gilded halls. Many of their numbers. Many are their numbers, but we shall see their lives thread severed. Thank you. What does he get up to? What? How did he get up here? A lot of these places just feel too difficult for me to get through, and that's why I want to find the map so I can actually sort of navigate around them and have an idea as to where I want to go. This? It's a shortcut, apparently. What's in here? I haven't been in here according to the map. Oh no. It's gonna be a gauntlet of some kind. It's like growling sound I hear. Yeah. Or is this what? I hear something growling up there. Oh. Ugh. Silkia, thank you. You! Help! Let me in. What is that? Is that a brain in a jar? Oh, he's snoring. It's not like a mighty evil creature. Oh, I've got to drop down, I think, from the top. Is that all that is? It's just there to tease me. I mean, I suppose it is kind of hidden, so it would make sense. Banquet hall. I want to know what kind of things bugs are eating in a banquet hall. Alright, let's try and see if I can make my way back up. Oh, oh, oh! No! I see it. I can hit the wall. No, I hate it. I feel nothing but hatred. There you go. I found a way in here, you scoundrel. What are you hiding from me? Oh. Is that... Ah, I see. Wait, is that... Wait, where is this? Oh! Forgot about that. I assume that's helped me get somewhere else in here? Maybe here? Oh, actually, yes. Never mind. Wait, I think I found... Yeah, I found this place then. Because I think I remember jumping into these saw blades just to see what happened. Alright, it's going to be something hiding at the top. Oh, it's a flea! Ow! Thank you, flea. I feel like a candy wrapper caught in an oak trap. I can't imagine how you did that with sword pogoing. That sounds vicious. Why the fuck did you do that? No wonder people think this game's too hard. Making it too hard. I got to that. I found that room and just was like, that place in there seems too difficult. I'm leaving. Actually, I more thought that it seemed like somewhere that I could go eventually. I can hear something behind one of these gates. Oh. What in here? Okay, I have. I mean, if you managed it, fair enough. Can't take that away from you. How do you get up there? Any of those? You up there? Oh, little guy. No, don't fall off. Oh, I mean, it's not. wasn't not helpful, but it also wasn't helpful. That sounds like agony to try and pull off, though. I'll just not come all the way to the bottom of here. Ah, rosary necklace. How do I, I don't know how I get into that area that I can hear there's something glowing. Yeah, I must not have come all the way down here, because it's just, there is things that I haven't done. I probably could have done. Break it? Ah! Oh. What is this? It looks like one of the creatures from the Terraformars. Loyal Mergwin. Ugh. What an awful classroom. Would you kindly conduct yourself a little more carefully? Why are you adorned in such an awful livid red? By my oath, those above must make a sport of sending me the most wretched servants they could find. I'm no servant, sir. Rather a guest of sorts, invited by the Citadel. Tell me, is this vial of oil on display your own? No, wait, is this my weapon upgrade and not that other thing? Nothing here is my own, you impertinent young mite. This sacred hall and all the food contained within belong to my most exalted master, the great Gourmand, the finest connoisseur who has ever lived in one of those the one whose taste transcends ages. On our left, who venerate them as they deserved, save for the loyal, lonely bug who stands before you. That oil is merely a small savory to whet their appetite for the grand meal to come. A spectacular, far-loom-spanning dish that I have been preparing for an age. At last those above seem to have forsaken my poor master, but I have grown so old, now I can never hope to gather the necessary ingredients. Alas, their indolence, indolence. What does he want? You still salutary here, bug who calls herself a guest. Your idle claws need work. Put them to service for our exalted great Gourmand. I must remain by my master, so you will need to leave the Citadel and gather the ingredients for their meal in my stead. Oh, that is a sleeping giant I can hear then. Gather great taste of Farloom. What is this? You've gotta gather something. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want me to gather? I could track down any ingredient you desire for a price. The oil you keep here may be of some use to me. Promise it as a reward. Promise it as a reward, and your master shall have its meal. Such a squalid bargain. Such a squalid bargain ill befits a holy servant. But so be it. Fetch me the ingredients, and you shall have that pale condiment for yourself. Very cool. Gelatinous mossberry stew. Concoction is a druidic art. Is jealously guarded secret. Okay, is that why he wants me to go? He wants me to go. Get mossberry stew, vintage nectar, courier's rashes, crust nut, and a pickled muck maggot. I feel like that courier thing might have something to do with the courier I'm supposed to have found by now. Is there a faster way of getting back here? I would rather not see your crust nut. Yeah, I saw it. Shit. just want to go in here just to mark it that I've been in here on the map. It's a silk depositor. I'm leaving. Just while while I was here. Have I been in here? It's over here. I'm gonna have to fight a scary boss or something? I'm ignoring that. The slab! Welcome to the slab. Oh, there's something in there. Yep. Can I break it out? Welcome to the slab. I'll be your guide. Roderick. There we go. Give. Braid rosary string. Open thine door. Thank you. Ah! What is this disgusting little thing? I'm going down here because it looks like I might be able to open up a way home somewhere else. What is this? I don't like it. Okay. Oh. What is that? Is that a bag of flies? What is that? A fly you'd have to guess. Ooh, la-di-da. Got a smart ass over here, haven't we? Luck with the mark of apostate. I don't think I want to show that on stream. The gimp. Oh! I've got enough. Good. It's probably I probably could be doing better for rosaries, but even though I die a lot and like lose quite a few of them, I haven't really felt like I've been wanting for them yet. I'm expecting at some point I'm going to call that and something else is going to come flying up. Oh. Ooh, hello. I can hear something. I can hear what sounds like a snoring critter. Where am I? Where am I? Get. There I am. I can hear a critter that snores. It's cold in out here. That's something I should be aware of. Am I going to freeze to death if I'm not careful? I'm going. Oh, I hear you. I'm going. I might die being here. Oh, actually, it might be all right. Hello. Child-wielding needle, how far our wanderings take us? The cold air here bites through his shell as true as any blade. Warm yourself by my lantern while I call. Harlem is a land of harsh extremes. Perhaps that is, in part, why the pilgrims have a culture of testing themselves against it so feverishly. Feverishly? I don't know what that word was. I skipped it. Perhaps. When I first encountered them, I had little respect for the weak, rag-bundled bugs, too cowardly to even carry a weapon. But Dondaku,
Sometimes we judge too quickly. There is a sort of strength to them. Though it is difficult for me to truly understand it. Alright. Let's just buy some of these. I don't know if I've got... Have I got enough to buy some more markers? The shell of red hunters makes for vivid markers indeed. I got some... Do that. Sorry. See that? I told you. I say them inadvertently. What was this? What's this place? Ah, there's a place down there. Oh, interesting. I mean, I can freely come back here now because I do have a thing there. I kind of want to go down here and look for the moss thing while I remember. Maya, you say that, but you would be annoyed at me if I forgot about the moss thing. You would later on be like, oh, by the way, it told you. Oh, I have it. I can actually explore a little bit around here. You better not be yanking my chain, you pervert. So, was there things that I could hoist my way up here? I hoist up there. What's that? What's happening? What's that? Oh, it's the school tyrant. He's back. And he's got a new trick. He's sawing a pigeon in half with a stick. Oops. Oh no. Oh, I spawned back here, which is nice. Oh, but the bench has been destroyed. I bet I'm going to have to pay to repair all this, aren't I? Unless his head turns into a big bench that I can sit on. Yep, I slid around. Oh. Oh, too soon. Shit. The taxes in Bone Bottom are going to get raised by 15% to pay this off. Very rarely I go back into like Soulsborne's control scheme, where I press RB to try and hit. There we go. Maybe. Ah. Did I kill it the first time? I'm not sure. Well, bone bottom is well, it's not quite there anymore. Can you see my mana bar vibrate when I try to hit spells without any mana? It's I use a. Oh, he's repairing it. Ah, your voice did not suit the imagined voice I had for a face of yours. Ah, here she is, safe after all. I was worried about her if that enormous beast had left you badly wounded. Shames me to shames me to have left you in danger there, missy, but I'm no warrior. My tools ain't no match for a creature like that. It is well that you kept yourself safe. This settlement needs a fixer now, not a warrior. Maybe that's true. Times like these, all we could do is put our heads down and try to rebuild. The American buffalo, I've hunted them to extinction. Hope so. Do you offer anything? Oh dear, what fearful events are sent to test we poor pilgrims? How could it be that our path to paradise is infested with such beasts? It's a river world, oh my! I'll need more rosaries, that's for certain. Please, traveller, would you trade with me? No, you don't offer anything new. Okay. I want to make my way up there. I don't always look at my mana bar while playing. Not in a obviously if I'm pressing the button. Obviously there's a level of of course you're not paying attention to it if you're pressing it when you haven't got enough. But it's like when you just kind of go on the pattern. Like you have an attack pattern in your head that you kind of use to judge whether or not you've got enough mana to be able to use a spell. And sometimes it's a little bit off. Ooh, that's interesting. Why have I not been in there? What is that? Oh, I missed the colour green. Yeah, but I'm I have a moral I am morally opposed to healing, so what would Jesus do? Exactly. He wouldn't use it on himself, he'd use it on others. Okay, what? Oh, I don't have... Wait, why is the icon for this further over here? Why is it over here? Whatever. Probably could have used that and get that one instead to get here. Never mind. Yep. Is it here? Yep. Just in case. Hello, big creature. Druid, I require a picture of your mossberry stew to satiate a gourmand of the Citadel. Will you pass them to me? A bug who will consume my berry brew? Strong they'd be to taste, so you heard me. Here is a flavor so ripe, searing, flavor of pleasure and pain. They too may see the visions if they taste it strong. The visions, could they see? Grant the stew for your book. To share the visions. Yes, we shall pass it. Thank you. And she mentioned that. Can I go in? Oh, God. Oh, no. The power of the stew is too much for me. You never know. I may have dived in that pot and died. I was half expecting to be given that when it mentioned like the temperature of it, and I half expected it to be like, okay, now you have 4 minutes to get back before it goes cold. I actually can't remember where that guy was. Good enough. I suppose there's nothing stopping me from actually finding the things myself. I don't think he wants them all. Wants them individually. He wants them all at once, doesn't he? But I don't actually know where most of them are. I had a feeling where the Mossberry one was because of moss. But... and I assume some of them are from things I haven't seen yet because there's quite a few items on the list. Oh, he's back! Is he just randomly in some of these places? Is that everything? Ritalla. Gabagool. Alright. Oh, sister, a grand victory achieved again. The haunted... okay, he's just saying the same sort of thing again. That's the, yeah, that's the, that's the pussy prohibition. I don't know what. I was trying to think of something, but I couldn't. I'm definitely gonna have to fight something in there, aren't I? I'm gonna have to fight this big creature. Wait, wake up. Where next? I bring an ingredient. At last, my master is withering away from hunger. Let us see what brief gift give, please. Thank you. The pussy provision. That might be. That's probably better, actually. This stew of mossberries stirred thick. Good. Good. It shall form the base once set in mold. Where's next? Yeah. Where's next? For a sweet simmer, find me some vintage nectar, a rare brew treasured by bugs with a keen sense for excellence. There's a slim chance an old yield might still exist. Alas, its deep depth of flavor is a necessity for the holy dish. Oh, fucked if I have no idea where that was. Where that is? What? Maybe the guy's in the. What? The guy's in there, maybe. Oh, there's a thing there. There's a place I haven't been there. Look at it. It's right above me. What is it? Do I look for it? I don't know where I'm going now, so I might. Just because I can. Oh, I do wish I knew how... Yeah, look, there's something in there. I wonder how I get in there, and if it wants me to go from one side or the other. No. Oh, I did a bit of damage to the roof there. Oh, there's definitely something on the other side of there as well. Unless they just accidentally put a spawn point for an enemy behind the wall. Here? No. I have markers, so I could put one down there. Like there-ish. Ow. Good enough. Down here? Yeah. I can rest here as well. No sleep till dead. Oh, I like never really explored here, did I? Because I was so caught up on the idea of getting onto the other side of the that other center chamber in hopes I could get an upgrade material that I never actually explored in here that much. No, I don't want to keep going down. I want to go up. I want to go back up. I want to look for places that I haven't been in. Like in here. Yep, I had a feeling when I saw it open up. Oh, not another one. Oops, I thought I had a spell. I thought I had a spell and it didn't work, and so I tried to... I dodged because I thought I pressed the wrong button. No! What is that over there? Oh, that's one of the steam ones. It ate my silk. It did. That's fine. We can. We'll do it. We'll try and do it properly. Fuck. You know, while I still think it's a little bit strange that the that uses silk, I am not hugely... It's not that big of a problem, really. So that other, yeah, that other one just spawns on whichever platform you're not on. Okay. Oh, not these things. Spawns one of those. It spawns like 4 of those lava throwing ones, just for good measure. If you've defeated that, if you've done that, or if you've been in that other place at least once, it sees how many times you died doing it, and then decides whether or not it wants to spawn them in. No! Oops. I was just trying if it didn't, because you don't need to latch onto anything to propel yourself forward, I suppose. But I feel like it isn't really, like when playing, it doesn't really feel like the silk requirement gets in the way. I don't know. I suppose in that regard, if it doesn't get in the way, then what's the point of complaining about it? Finally, a use. I know I have other ones of those that I could equip, and they'd probably end up being more useful if I actually did. Oops. Oh. No. Oh. Oh, you're so annoying. Alright, how's it gonna kill me? Ah, there's a mask fragment. Yeah, this game really is. It really is. Oh, that's the gate. That's there. Okay, I found that. Yee. Go me. This game really is. It really is all or nothing when it comes to the mask fragments. Like, that was challenging, but not like hard. Oh, now it just spawns those on there. I'm not even doing that. How do I get up there, though? That's what I really want to know. I'm assuming that I probably need a double jump of some kind. Should I start like wearing a mask on stream? Or, you know, either a real mask or a proverbial mask. And in the hopes that I get bigger, like the channel gets bigger, so I can legitimately say no one cared until I put on the mask. That's what the mask is. I would have to delete my previous VODs, but that's a easy task. I don't want to be down here. Shit. I'm already steadily eroding all evidence that I exist on the main channel, so it's kind of, I don't want to be down here. I haven't got a choice though, have I, but to be. I've forced myself down here, now I can't leave. Hello, my name is Endless Bread, and yep, my face is not out there at all. I'm from Minnesota, and I would quite like it if you didn't look into my past. if you go deep diving through the Internet Archive, you will not find any reference of who I am or what I was doing before I started doing this. I'm just your favorite male VTuber. I was assuming that I wasn't assuming that they were going to go looking on a register for me. I was just assuming that they were going to look for pictures of who I am. I'm just assuming I was a VTuber. I didn't want them knowing who I was. Honorary member. Oops. Ah. We grant you a seat at the table, but we do not give you the title of master. You know, I want to, while I can actually move that, bring it down so I know that it's there. See, I did refuse to become the next Flasher, that is true. My name is Endless Bread, and I'm actually a really happy person, and I quite enjoy my time on the internet. I'm actually a big fan of the government, and one of my favorite pastimes is practicing celibacy. I'm just assuming that, like, the opposite of me is an American who's really happy. I spend all my time in Discord talking to my fans, and it's just a great time, you know. We love it. We hang out in the weekends and we play some games. What more could you want? I don't think I've changed. I can't remember how to make my voice into an American. I'm never playing Helldivers 2. But mostly out of a moral obligation not to, because my friend... Every time my friend says that he wants... he's like, hey, have you ever heard of Helldivers 2? And I'm like, I'm not playing Helldivers 2. If I bought it and played it on stream, it would mean that I'd have to play it with him. Oh, I thought I had more health than I did. I saw my silk bar and thought that was my health bar. Yeah, but he'd know I had it. Well, you see, I can't bring back Community Friday. It's, you know what happened last time. We had some unfortunate fellows come in and, you know, made it a bit of a stink. And, yeah, I can't risk that again. I mostly just don't want to. I just don't really want to buy it. I don't use the hidden game feature. I don't need to. Well, I mean, I probably do, but I don't buy any games that would require me to, you know. Like, I feel like if I bought, like, get like a game that is a bit risque, like Vispheric, Zombie, or Halo would just send a screenshot of me playing it to the Discord. But I don't think any of you would be surprised. So I don't know if I have to, unless if I have to, can I go this way? I don't think I can I? Oh, I can. But that's the thing, you wouldn't, like, you might be like initially like, oh, he was lying all those times that he said that he didn't have any. I think that would be the biggest problem. But then you'd very quickly be like, no, it makes sense though. I think if I feel like if it's a game that I'm having to hide from people, then it's probably a game I shouldn't be playing in the first place, you know. No, I'm cock in a hard place. Also, there's the whole, I was going to say Nigella Lawson effect. That's not it. The whole, if I try and hide it and then people find out, it's going to be worse, isn't it? Like, if I one day I'm like, you know what, I do want to try Honey Pop. If eventually people find out that I was doing that, then people are going to be like, oh, look what he's doing. He's playing those games. But if I just have it out in the open, I'm like, oh, you know, you weren't trying to hide it to begin with. Isn't it just like it's just like Bejeweled, but with anime girls, isn't it? And no, I'm not going to call it Candy Crush. It's Bejeweled. Bejeweled came first, probably. Therefore, that's what it's based on. That being said, I like Bejeweled. I have an uncomfortably large amount of time playing Bejeweled on Steam. I think I'm more embarrassed about the amount of time I've spent playing Peggle and Bejeweled on Steam, as opposed to owning Honey Pop. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, I hate this area. It's not even, I don't even know how optional this is. There we go. Alright, time for the boss fight. Is that just what I have to do like every time I come back here? Because I'm sure I've already done that before. What was the point of that? Cock. But that's the thing, is that it was making a lot of noise, so I was like, what? What is the fuck? What's the point? What's this? Where is this? Oops. Where is this area? Oh, it's in here. I didn't put a peg on it, so it can't have been anything. Oh, it was here. Okay. Alright, so that seems that there was the okay. That was like the gatekeep thing, making sure that I had access. Making sure that I had the hook before doing that. Okay. This is like, you mentioned it, Maya, the music in this area. I didn't say anything, but I was too busy thinking about other stuff. But no, the music in this little cog area does, like, fit very nicely for... oh, you could just bounce on the floor? Oh, man. It is very, very relevant. Look, there's no one here now. Where was it that I died? Is it over here? Yeah. So like, there was someone in there screaming and shouting. Was that? Is it really just you know, we're gonna convince you to come in here? No, I haven't played Ring on Fire. Or Ring on Pain, sorry. Sorry, I don't know where I got Fire from. Actually, I do know where I got Ring of Fire from. Shit. I do know where I got it from in my head. Because I saw Ring of Pain, and then I started thinking about Ring Sting, and then I started thinking about my Rings on Fire. So, yeah. Shit. And Johnny Cash getting Ring Sting. Shit. No, I did it again. I was thinking about Johnny Cash's supple, tender arsehole. I'm assuming Johnny Cash is dead. I hear something up there. Do they just keep bringing stuff in there for me to fight? It's more of these things. I can hear him whispering. No, I don't want to do it. I wanted to go and get my shit. Oh, is it just random how many are here? Died in 2003. Fine vintage. So what is the point of this? Oh. I wonder if I could talk to it. Do they just spawn randomly? Alright. Wait. wish I knew where the map was. Fuck. What's this? Have I been in here? Feels like I have. Oh, but I haven't broken that. Oh. Oh, hello. What's this? 300? I don't think I've got that many on me. And I don't want to be breaking into my supplies for that. Oh, I only got 98. Oops. You say finally, but here's the problem with that. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I was going to say that's useful, but I don't know my way around here. But now I found the map. So we're good. I was very, very close to asking you where it was. Ugh. I've done it. I've found it. You can rest assured. It is very hard to find the map though when you don't have a map. That is unfortunate. At least for this area. Wait, does that mean that had I knocked this down before? When did I do that? I had to have knocked that down already, hadn't I? Or was that always there? Because if I didn't knock that down, that seems a little bit well hidden. I want to go just above the arrow that points to Underworks as a place that I haven't been. But even that's probably true. Well, I think, depending on... I probably got scared of the mob and ran away. But at the same time, I think that there would have been a lever there. That I think probably what happened, based on a vague recollection, is I came up here, I saw the mob guy there, and I didn't have much health left. And so I jumped over him, hit the lever, and then died to him. And then I kept dying repeatedly trying to get back here. And then once I got back here, I saw him and knew that I had hit a lever there. So in my head, I had done what was up there. I assume that's probably what happened. And because this place is an absolute maze to try and get around. Was Zarzar in there? I think he was. I think I heard him briefly. So. No. No! Jump! Not then. There we go. This is, I just never went in here for some reason. What are we doing in here? Oh yeah, because I'm not good at sliding puzzles. I'm not a quiz master. What am I What am I doing in here? No. Oh, okay. Now, that's
only useful if I didn't have the thing. Ah. Yeah. Now what? They soft locked. Oh, that's the one I've already pushed up. If I knock this one back down. Wait, if I knock this one back down, can I get... No, I can't knock it back down. Oh, I can. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, oh. Oh, no. It might be now. Ah, there we go. Okay. There we go. Did it. Was it what I wanted? Yeah, it was. Good, 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 good. No idea where that guy was, but I've got it. I solve sliding block puzzles like a chimp. And it got me through it though, didn't it? I knew that I knew like all the pieces. I had a feeling I knew where all the pieces were. I'm just, you know. I thought I did. Well, that's the thing is I thought I had down smashed all of them. That's why I was confused. I was like, I knew there was one that I could probably knock down. Even if I didn't know that, there was one that I'd knocked up, there was one that I'd knocked right, and there was one that I'd knocked left. So there's only made logical sense that they'd not have one that I knocked down. But I thought I'd knocked them all. That's why I was confused. Where I don't actually remember where that guy was that wanted those. There are plenty of Belhart. Okay. I forget my health. Belhart. I'm on the edge of glory. And I can't stop edging, it's not responsible. Hello there.
Buenera.
Pinmaster, I've acquired oil, with which my needle may see further sharpening. Bonva! What wonder? What wish to steal a gift so fine? Few are the pinmasters of our age who have ever worked with such a substance. Yes. Tarano, we shall work, now as never. What joy you grant us, this humble, honest traveler. Oh, sorry, I'm dying. Oh, there's a demon inside me trying to get out. Let us seek that shine thou art lost within these lands. Do I have to give him coins? I thought I had to pay for this. And now, this pinmaster must work. Let the sharpening begin. Ugh. I don't like that. I like the idea of him. You do need to pay for it, but he takes everything first and won't give it you back if you can't pay. Done it is, marvel of Farloom. See how it gleams, your long fine blade. Avast! At the pins of our lands, all once held such shine. So much we have lost. This is fine service, Pinmaster. It has long been ages since I have seen my needle such. I had not remembered the finesse of its forging. Welly ho! It is certain yours is a blade of finer make than most. One of few that could bear even more sharpening. If ever upon your long road more oil is acquired, seek my service with haste. Who knows what form we could find deeper within your weapon's sharpened steel. Maya, when you were doing that, did you ever find the oil? Did you just find the oil and not know what it was for?
As well as about you. Have you the best you are, a relic for me?
No. It's probably necessary to give him those things, but I'm just assuming that he might, like, give. I don't want him to just give me loads of the things. What oh, thing? Yeah, that's useful. You know what? I wanna. I'll do it. Just I might wait. Just to find out. It's not here, so it kind of makes sense. I smell something on you. Give me the things. Yeah, go on, whatever. Yes, this fits my collection well. Look then. Look at what I have. Oh, thank you. Is this... Oh no, they did give me that. Fuck off. It is just lore. It's just lore. Oh, there, bring me more relics of the past. I haven't upon the curiosity of the king's past. I will visit again. Now I have 500 of these things lying around, but I don't want them. What could I spend them on? I could sacrifice a few and like turn them into rosary chains. I don't really want to do that because that sacrifices a few. But then again, it might still just be useful to do that. I can't remember, but you have craft metal and rosary strings, but yeah, no, that only holds 60. I'll buy that. Might come in handy. I'm trying to think of other places where I could buy stuff. See, it seems I traded less of my supplies, so I have no more excuse to linger down here. I'll soon be making my way up to the Great Citadel. As holy as I am with rosaries, I am sure the path will not be an arduous one. Where's the other shops? There's one around somewhere. I know there's one here somewhere. Will I die on my way to the vendor is a question that I pray for an answer. There's one down there in Deep Docks, I know that.
How did you come to serve these docks, Forge, daughter? Sent from our forge home we were, at request of those holy bugs above. The Citadel, where do I do it? The found bugs, what did you hear? Yes, an age ago, that. An age ago, that? Such is duty. We forge daughters live to hone the crafts and aid in the line. By the Citadel's patronage and our long duty upon these docks, our forge home would swell in holy esteem. Honestly, these work. It's actually kind of. It might be easier for me to read in that kind of accent. It feels like what it's written in. Keep well, forge daughter. I shall return if I require your aid. Yes or no. Either is fine by us, as long as the craft continues. Oh, I have to buy. Okay. Because I have stuff I can buy here. I might upgrade. I might buy that. I might buy that. Don't know what it does, but it looks important. This trinket is our own invention. Wars against the deadly lava and eat around these docks. The workers used to request them. Now they've lost their mind to care. A vicious stabbing trap. We can build it. Just know it disturbs these devious implements you can seem to kill. Well, no, I did read it. I just didn't read it very well. Increases those things, yeah. In my head, it either increased the damage or increased the quantity. And that's another one of these. There we go. I've never watched football. I only have one craft metal, so I don't know if I want to buy that. But either of those other items. Was there one in Songclave? I don't think there was a vendor there. I could just go and like find one of those items that allows me to coalesce them, turn them into little strings. My rosaries. So I don't know where one is. On here? I don't think so. I don't really want to be here. It's not really. I keep going back there and I've been there. I don't know if there's much left in the far field for me to find. Oh, now that I have now I can find my way back to that there. I want to go there. That's where I want to go. Because there's something there. Put that there. I want to go back there and have silk on me so I can actually use my harp, my violin, my viol. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the instrument is that you have. Hello, little creature. My bassoon, my castanets. Get rid of this one as well.
Why do I have that there? I can get rid of that. Yeah, I can get rid of that because that was just telling me there was a boss there. Don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Da 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 da. Okay. I know I have something to take back to that guy. I know that's something that he wants me to do. I could just go and do that just to progress somewhere. Just because then it'll... Wait, it's just something to do in it. Since I have it. But I'm down there. Do I... How do I... Like this. Anything up here that I missed? Thump. There was a bench. A bit of lore. That was about it. Alright. I think I might go down to that area that I thought I need silk for and just try and get some silk on the way. Anything I can buy around here? Do you sell anything? Yeah, they limply lay. The castaways, the disillusioned and the used up. It's a sorry settlement you summoned, Miss Gloria, and a blasted bother for me. Not sure we have anything to offer. Not even hope. I could do that. That could use some up. Wait, how many do I have? I have not enough. No mind. Who knew? 3 is bigger than 2. Whatever, we're here. We'll do this. You're that big guy. Vault Keeper, I recovered a psalm cylinder in the dark chambers below here. I believe it contains the melody unique to these vaults. I would have you play it for me now. Gag! Ship visited Pontiff Depths and stolen the sacred song. Where's your respect, Weaver Spawn? Our venerable dead deserve better than to have their chambers transgressed by you filthy foragers. In this moment, Vault Keeper, I have slim patience for your impudence. Either prepare the cylinder and stay silent, or ready yourself to learn regret. Thank you! Oh, now I've got more. What's the point? What's the use of this? The Weaver Spawn, she's found it. Our Pontiff's sacred cylinder, stolen from the dark below. Never, states our law, never was our melody passed to a bug not keeper. But you, fool Weaver, will shatter those tenets with reckless care. Ease. Care? Ease. Your Pontiff is gone, Vault Keeper. Your fellows have fallen to husk or thread. What laws once bound these vaults died with them. Ah! Fine, cursed she. Claim the sacred song, and pay to you if we both are damned forever, sir. It's... Ah, needling. Now is it? It was a bandolin. Not to be confused with a pangolin. Pangolins are endangered and very cute animals, and I want more of them in the world. You learned the Vault Keeper's melody, one part of the threefold melody, entrusted to the secretive Vault Keepers. Divine music, the soul that far the eternal laid bare, that our cursed age could still receive such blessed. So, Weaverspoon, our area is yours now. Held in mind to carry on our wars. Was the learning worth its thieving?
Yanara.
It was, Vaultkeeper. And know to me, your service continues. Keep the citizens safe, along with any others I may bring. There we go. I've done 1/3 of the next next task. I'm going to rest in here actually while I'm thinking of it. How do I? Is it here? I think it was, but I think I'm going to have to go all the way around. Don't scare me like that. I'm going to pee. I will spray high-pressure urine all over the wall. Oh wait, actually no, I've changed my mind. I don't want to be here. You know earlier when that school, was it a school tyrant? I can't remember what it's called. Earlier when that showed up, that did actually make me jump and frighten me a little bit. Not a huge amount. I don't know if it was noticeable, but it did a little bit. Let's do this. And what am I gonna fix that I can break this time? What did that do?
Not a miss.
Oh, okay. I don't need to rest. So why is there just what? Oh, is that what I just paid for? I don't think I could rest on that prior. Did I pay 300 rosaries for a chair? Alright. Let's go. Down here. And aggro everything in the game on the way. Saves 2 loading screens every time I want to rest there. Great. I was really getting, the amount of load screens I had in this game were really, really annoying. Piss off. Go away. That was something that I couldn't help but think about in this. Where was it? It was. Just in case. I've already checked this out. Was it this? I can't remember where it was. There was somewhere where I wanted to use this. So I can't... Oh, wait, no, it was here. Never mind. Is this story or do I get anything? Serving is serving. Pilgrims all are equal. Devout, unwavering. Pilgrims all. So, oh, is that it? Is this it? Great. I'm glad that I used my time. I break his head off. Well, at least I know now. Huh. Oh, I just hadn't, like, marked off that I'd done that. I've got to go give that, hand that in at some point. Oh. Quests, quests, quests. As far as the eye could see. Da 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 da. Uh... I kind of want to look for things that I might have missed in the, like, I want to go like, down to the wormways or like see what's in this gap here, like get the map for it. I know that, like, because I've got these two things that it wants me to do, and I know I at least have found a way up there, and I found a way into here. So like, I want to. I have those. It's good to have ideas of what I want to do, as in, the game is telling me where I want to go. I just don't want to go do that yet. So I might as well expend as much of the stuff that I don't have explicit markers for on the map. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I put that through this way. Alright, but I climb back up through all of this to get to the top, or I could go through go into the coral chambers. I want to go. Where do I want to go? I want to go to the Grand Bellway travel point. So yeah, I'd want to go to the coral chambers because then I can go down, can't I? So I can go over towards the stage. Is it in here? Yeah, it was. Hope the boss didn't respawn. Good. Just a secret hidden second boss that spawns after the fact that you have to fight if you go in there again. You can ask a helpful question. Where did I want to go? I want to go check out Wormways. Yeah, there's also what appears to be, I would imagine, a gap in the map there. Hollow Knight 1 didn't like putting holes in the map. They just kind of had as much stuff crammed together. So anywhere there is a hole in the map, I want to assume, like a larger hole, and want to assume that there's something there. Did I don't know. I don't know where the map maker is now. I've forgotten. She was over there last time I checked. Is that... I don't know if I did. Should I go and... Can I find out? If she's still there? Get your holes checked periodically. Especially if you're a man over the age of 40. Oh no. Oh, never mind. No. No! Get off, get off, get off! My health! I need that for living. Anything down here though? What is... No, you can't check my holes. Oh, my health goes all frozen. Shaker, if I may ask, if I may, I'd ask a small task of your carving talents. Within the halls of the citadel, I encountered a means of travel new to me, a network of pipes traversed in vessels propelled by steam and air. That citadel is a labyrinth, and pins to mark each station would prove useful to me. What you describe sounds as hideous and unnatural as anything in that place. Still, if it will aid you, I shall count the pins. Seek me at a moment, not long from now, the pins will be carved, and we may trade. Alright, I'll... If I just reload the area, will it be ready? Charging the heights of this great mountain will prove here. Once I've completed the search for a master, I would like to return the phone. Okay. Is that what? Is it the Ventrica pins pill? Buy the vendor pins. That'd be useful. Buy those. That'd be somewhat useful. And we'll buy those. That'd be useful. Have they given... Do I have more pins in this game than I did in Hollow Knight? Did they go, maybe we should put more markers in the game, or am I just insane? In the words of JD Vance, didn't even say thank you. I never would. Me? Act in a way that is human? No. So which of these... Any of these markers just marking a man? That one is. Well, I'm just marking a daughter. Thankless bread? Yep. Being a Twitch viewer is a thankless job. Oh, have I been to that one? Yeah, I would have done. Thank you, Maya. Your help is appreciated. As I would never have, I would never actually have spoken to her long enough to find out that was a thing. You put the brandy iron back, thank you. Thank you, good sir. Oh, I can tell that Halo has just woken up because he's just started playing Wuthering Waves. Where did I want to go? Oh, I wanted to go down there to the Wormways. So let's go to the Marrow. Ugh. How long is the Wormways? It doesn't seem like it's... It doesn't seem like it's going to be that much, but there might be like a mini boss or something in there. Let's see if I can actually get into it. There might be a reason that I haven't been in there. I don't know. Ow! Okay. Wait. Where do I go from in here? Down here. What is that? Oh, big creature? What is it? I see. I see. No. Is this an optional thing? Do I not have to kill this? Can I just spend the whole time hiding? No! Don't bounce! Oh, they did that on purpose. They made it enough for you to hide in, but not enough to... You would bounce if you just ran to it. Ugh. No! Oh, actually, it's not that big a problem. Quite devious, I do say. Hello, creature. Which could be called Ada, could be called Ava, Era, or none of those things, and that's just the sound of calling for an insect in this world. I like that Hornet, like, rides on the back of it, like like an anime girl riding on the back of some of their crusher's bike, or like a 18th century, no, 13th century princess on the back of a horse being ridden by the prince of her dreams. I'm glad that I spent all my rosaries there. Key door? An old stone gate with a simple keyhole. Oh, I have a simple key. There you go on then. We go in here then. Path of Pain? No, oh, wait, no man, this was the Wormways. Good thing I had that. Wait, what was it? Oh yeah, it is. Oh no, yeah, yeah. And then down here goes to where? Somewhere in here? Ah! That's such an easy mask to find. I feel absolutely robbed by those ones that are easy to get. And I had to go through absolute hell to get some of the other ones. And that one's just hiding behind a wall. Oh, what is that? Oops. Can I like hit it? Oh, I can. Oh, wait, they're on their way. Shit. Oh, what is that? What is it? I don't like that it screamed at me. It scared me. But the wormways are much bigger than I thought they were going to be. That's such an abrasive sound. What does reminded me of my childhood mean? Oh, it's those blue things from the first game. Oh, okay. Oh! What's the point of that? Should I have done that? Well, I never learnt what they were called because I never did the quest line associated with them, I don't think. Not that I would have really paid attention, but, yeah. What is... I'm assuming that that's like... Is it going to be a quest where I've got to carry that without breaking it somewhere, and touching anything that does damage to me is going to be the thing that breaks it? I know the games this game plays. Oh, hello. Looks like I forgot to rest somewhere closer again. Ah, they're the dangly ball bottoms. Oh, I think I might leave it here for today, because I'm going to be hanging out with my friends in a bit, and I want to get something to eat, and I'm also just getting tired.
And I would rather not be like really tired when hanging out. So I think I'm gonna leave it here, and I will be back next time I feel like doing this. I would like to say I hope I can get this game finished before Battlefield 6 comes out, but given that that comes out next week, the chances are slim. So I'm going to assume that's not going to happen. Yeah, that'll be that. Thank you for watching, chat. I will see you next time. Take care, and bye bye.